here we go. Okay, here we go. We have the draft pick right away.
Angela Boxia, chip being banned out. From the side of Absolute Zero, first pick on that 1-1. Kingdom Esports will answer with the Uranus as well as the Farsa, taking it away from the hands of Chesty. You got a Kalea, Lance, and Yisun Shin being banned out. I think it's just the typical setup picks from the side of Kingdom Esports. And of course, the Jusin will be the answer.
Rapid phase drafting. It feels like both of these two teams feels like they know what they want. They're just taking things away. And interestingly, there's going to be a Uranus coming out from the side of Kingdom Esports. We've seen Malaysian MPL Malaysia playing it quite a bit, albeit a bit of a mixed result. Hopefully this time around in this Singaporean server, it's a lot more prevalent.
The last pick, typically it would be the Gacha Kacha, just to take it away from the hands of Absolute Zero, or just banning it on the next phase. Gacha Kacha works in terms of a zoning potential, and it's pretty much 100% pick rate from the previous match as well. So will Lawsy want to go for this? No, will be the Irithel, secure it for a grand.
Yep, Irithel in this particular patch does have a lot of heavy damage. In the early game, you're at least able to dodge the first skill of the 1-1 because you don't want to give the 1-1 the weakness points. But once you hit a critical mark when you get your House Claws, you're basically online, and you could just do a lot of damage. You also poke. AoE pokes if you actually land down your first and second skill together.
The underrated part about Irithel is that burst, that roar into the rain of arrows.
Rain and arrow, then you roar first, actually.
Yeah. Rain of arrow, whatever it is. It just hurts. And to someone as squishy as 1-1, but mobile, I think this is a right answer. It's very difficult to catch that Irithel. And Farsa, to that respect, you're just moving, rolling around.
Interesting. Lapu Lapu getting banned away this time around by the side of Kingdom Esports.
It might be the CC as well.
Yeah.
Just to make Uranus have an easy time.
Yeah, definitely. I think CC is definitely on the banning books for the side. Oh, sorry, it's not Sammy. That is Sammy as the coach right there. You see on screen, but it seems
I think
like
analyst, yeah.
Yeah, I think I see Frost also in the fray as well regarding the coaching team as well. Absolute Zero, a good point as well. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of support staff for them. It's just going to have to rely on the players of Absolute Zero to be able to draft this one out.
Last pick, my bet is ban out the CC and just full Fire Force with the Uranus. You could potentially counteract by having a movable force and an unstoppable object with an Esmeralda or even the Glue. But the Arlot will be taken out.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's also the Esmeralda that's been played by MPLPH side, right? So, and Esmeralda, technically speaking, can match against aggression of a Uranus. Here you go. You see Yawns finally get taken away, but you know, back in the good old days when Team Clash first debut Yawn, he showed that he can only play assassin junglers, but no, all of a sudden he plays an Akai jungle in the game. But of course, unfortunately, the Fredrin, the next best slot in terms of the tank junglers, the Baxia gets taken away. So I'm excited to see what Kingdom Esports have to pick.
It needs something very high rotation speed and gets into team fights super early. Might be the Joy as well. So that is the rock that's picked up by Lawsy. The other side, that's the Franco and the CC. So CC natural target, natural counter towards the Uranus. I think Kingdom Esports is baiting that CC to come out. The last pick onto the jungle. The Amon is still wide open. Might be a possible target onto the 1-1 as well as the Jusin. A little bit difficult to execute, or it might be easier because of dangerous grass, if I could say so myself.
The dangerous grass actually is very good for the 1-1, right? The fact is, after you land on the damage...
in, out, and then give vision.
Yeah, you actually give a lot of vision.
In theory.
It works, actually, because of the amount of grass. Some people can use that to basically play around the grass to basically deny one basic attack, but sometimes one basic attack is all you need, right? If the 1-1 actually reviews most of the people, then it's just easy pickings. I remember this
awesomeness.
You talked about Akai.
Yeah, I did.
And there we go. So it's a wall-to-wall combo with the heavy spin.
Yeah, like with the Akai, with the Grok, there's a lot of hard CCs coming out from the side of Kingdom Esports, but hold on a second, they're switching around. Okay, confirm Yawn on the Akai tank jungler against the Fredrin, the heavy spin into the wall, and don't forget, right now with the dangerous grass, he could just be anywhere, and now from the side of Absolute Zero, the only way they could open the map is to juice in the first skill of the 1-1 and perhaps the Iron Hook.
Yeah, this game is really... my eyes are on Lawsy. It just really shows the extent of his prowess on many roam heroes, typically the setups. And for Grok, it is a very hard aggressive hero in the early game, building up walls, disrupting their targets, and trying to set up with a tectonic charge. But yeah, draft is all set. Personally, I'm favoring Absolute Zero's draft, easier to execute, and everyone knows their place. But for Kingdom Esports, it's a little bit all over the place, but they do have an idea as we jump into game number 2, or match number 2.
Yep.
With Absolute Zero versus Kingdom Esports.
Yeah, finally the Challenger Qualifier team that graduated into MPL seeded going up against Kingdom Esports. And don't forget, Kingdom Esports, like what I mentioned, I really want to see whether they're just a bunch of paper tigers or they're really tigers themselves.
It's a little bit of a slow farm between both of these two tank junglers, but it's a tank jungler versus a tank jungler. To this respect, faster rotation speed, I would say down to Kingdom Esports just because they have the advantage of a Farsa. The Lethal Wanderer coming back up. This will be the Iron Hook missing as they're getting pulled back. Oh, looks like Fake Cutie actually got that lethal.
Time of damage onto Fake Cutie already. Yawn, don't forget, the passive does allow him to do quite a bit of damage. Losey, because of their review, does get quite a bit of AXP for himself, so he's definitely going to be happy for that one.
Dr. Insanity just keeping busy at the bottom side. I don't think both of these two Iron Giants will be in harm's way. The yo-yos aren't going to tear Dr. Insanity apart. Now, the quick little rotations, and I'm really just guessing on the top side, it does look like Irithel has the upper hand in terms of against 1-1 in the early game. Oh, that's a pull. Onto Yawn is going to disrupt him a little bit.
I think it's still on face, right?
Yeah.
The tank junglers are not exactly as affected as compared to an assassin jungle. But in terms of the map rotations right now, it's a lot more aggression coming out from Losey right there. That's a first blood. Don't forget, Grok, early game, does a lot of damage.
Wrong place, wrong time. A little bit close to the brushes as Losey just showing a lot of prowess in terms of like, hey, I've got it. I've got that confidence. Come in and let's get this kill.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? When you're playing against especially when you play against Losey.
Play against a Losey.
A Losey. Yes, when you play against a Losey, this is exactly what you expected, right? Absolutely disrespect. You don't really need a little bit of a Dr. Insanity. Dr. Insanity just slicing Vendetta with Ionic Blades. And now Losey tagging onto Fake Cutie as well. And all of a sudden, Absolute Zero just goes into a turtle fight that's not exactly ideal. Dr. Insanity zoning out. Fake Cutie half HP already.
Oh, they're so thick. Kingdom Esports are just tanking every single one of them. It's just a lot of damage coming down, getting pulled back. Dr. Insanity will not be phased.
Ooh. Here comes the ultimate from the side of Dr. Insanity, and don't forget, Fake Cutie goes down for that one. Welcome to MPL SG. Literally, that's what Kingdom Esports said. Yawn confidently takes down Turtle.
Now they're ramping up the tempo a little bit more. You have a little bit more movement speed. The hooks aren't going to be phasing Kingdom Esports at all. It's FMM, his positioning, his speed, and his prowess just pushing everyone back with the Feather Airstrike in to take that Lord.
Yeah, but Churros, Franco into this kind of matchup. Oh, hold on a second.
Man.
That's a lot of damage coming out from FMM as well. The flicker from the side, Nomad has been committed. Losey will trade for the same, but still murder has been accomplished by the side of Kingdom Esports.
Whenever you're too close, I think Losey just he knows the limits of these heroes. He's just, I wouldn't think that he would go for this kill, but he's very aggressive. He knows the limits. He just takes it and he leaves nothing to chance. It's all intentional.
And he's 201.
This is a Losey you're talking about.
Definitely. And don't forget, he also plays a lot of Franco back in the good old days. But right now, I think the question is, if you're Absolute Zero, you're piloting Nomad on the Franco, who do you catch? Grant is never going to let you catch him. FMM definitely far away. You catch a Losey, you catch a Rock, right? A tectonic charge in the face. You catch an Akai. And speaking of that one, ton of damage right there. A wall being built, nowhere for Nomad to run.
Blocked off the road, no escape.
Nomad cannot go Nomad.
You're trapped in here with me.
There's no way that...
to be honest, it looks pretty slow.
Yeah.
But it's really fast. Like the momentum that it brings, the heavy spin into the Predator airstrike. There's no way Fake Cutie can survive.
Yeah,
and again.
Sorry, Regina as well picks up FMM, but the damage has been dealt. Fake Cutie is down on the ground once again. The jungler from the side of Absolute Zero, literally zero, as Kingdom Esports just walks all around the map against Absolute Zero.
is too far ahead. Insanity is not taking any damage at all. It's not even an end fight. It's nothing.
That's a CC that's supposed to be able to deal with the Uranus.
Yeah, the only damage is from it's healing everything back up once again. There's not a problem right here in the bottom side. It's just keeping Vendetta at bay. But now the turtle has been spawned up and Yon is at position.
Regina opening up the map with the lantern. Hopefully he gets picked up. Bob the builder, Losey goes in. FMM, what? That's a sick positioning from FMM. Nowhere the Absolute Zero can touch him at all. And speaking about touching, Kingdom Esports is just gonna feel Absolute Zeros down to the ground as well, pushing it down. Yon picking up the turtle as well, and now Benetta goes all the way to the back line, but this time around he's in no man's land. FMN gets shredded just a little bit by the wall right there. Nowhere for Benetta. Benetta tries his damage to do anything, but nothing can be done. Losey, I'm the damage dealer now.
Losey is just so annoying. No place of escape. The way he uses his walls is on a different level. He's just walking. It doesn't seem intentional, but every single wall built is a hero killed.
Yeah, like Losey needs to change his job.
Man, he's just Losey the builder.
Losey the builder.
At this point, we're gravitating towards that top side. They want to take down this team. Top is 4 members down.
Salas is in no man's land. Nomad, Iron Hook lands, but Losey CC immunity right there saves him. Dr. Insanity comes in. He does tag by the crossover attack. Salas tried to go for it, but Insanity absorbs everything. He's more than happy to peel for his team. And Regina, even though picks up Losey, the first kill from the side, Absolute Zero. Kingdom Esports penetrates up top.
The sacrificial lamb. It's all worth it. And the jump, the pounce, the push into the turret, he goes.
Oh my god! Do you see that, Churros?
Yeah. He wasn't expecting it. He was like, oh, I'm going to build up all of my stacks. I'm going to be using the Appraiser's Wrap as Dr. Insanity or Drinsanity coming into the turret, but he's not phased at all. That is Kingdom Esports just taking control of this game.
That is the longest Akai push I've ever seen in my whole life. Imagine getting pushed from your right underneath your turret all the way to the enemy's turret. Man, that must feel good if you're Yon.
We're slowly shifting into high gear now. 6 minutes on the clock as Kingdom Esports just dominating this game. Insanity building up that stacks and keeping it up online. There's no worry that Absolute Zero is able to take anyone down. Oh, FMM though, not too soon.
Trying to do something. FMM, that's a nice knockup by the side, but FMM limps away to fair the airstrike to Zone Fake Cutie from any form of idea of actually touching Kingdom Esports' backside. But Nosy, on the other hand, alongside with Grand with the Heart's Claws, chases down Absolute Zero. There's no response coming up from Absolute Zero.
Granddaddy Nosy just giving up those kills as well. He's so far ahead, up ahead. He knows the limits. He's just giving everything up into the rest of his team. That is a team player that we're talking about. Kingdom Esports just really showing us why people and teams are so afraid of them.
I'm afraid of Losey right now, but hold on a second. That's a taunt right there. We'll be able to find Regina. Will be able to find Grant right now. Fake Cutie stepping forward just a little bit. Don't forget, it's also going to be damaged by the side of Salas, but Fake Cutie will finally claim Losey's head.
Fake Cutie slowly but surely building up those defensive items. All they need to do is try to tank the damage and the crowd controls that Losey will dish out. So he's going for the Radiant Armor or the, I think this Radiant Armor. So he's going for the Radiant. So Losey will have a lot of damage, especially against the Juice In. To be able to mitigate that crowd control effect.
Yeah, Dr. Insanity is just going insane, right? Literally
going
berserk.
Insanity.
Yeah, right there. He's just tanking onto the CC. CC just barely tickles Dr. Insanity. He's going to heal everything all the way back up.
Debating them as FMM is right around the corner.
Just got spotted out by Regina, though, with the lantern.
The Losey in position, very far away. So this is a little bit different. They're leaving Grant to their own devices. Losey is playing away from how Irithel is. They know every part of the jungle and where every hero of Absolute Zero is. They don't really need to babysit Grant anymore. He's just a grown man.
Yeah, if you're Absolute Zero, you must be feeling exacerbated, right? Whatever you're throwing at them doesn't hit the wall. Nomad and Iron Hook may actually bit them on the backside at the same time. FMM, for the airstrike going in. Dr. Insanity jumping into 4. He is insane. He activates a consecration, and it doesn't really matter because Absolute Zero gets zoned away. Kingdom Esports takes up top turret.
They want to burst that bubble as the traction.
Oh, Nomad just disappeared. The damage from Grant is right there. Berserker's Fury is just so much damage. Here comes the Iron Hook, but to no avail as well. And now this time around, Absolute Zero will get jumped upon by the side of Kingdom Esports. FMN defended airstrike absolutely free, shoving down Absolute Zero's throat. There's no form of defense against Absolute Zero.
They're layering everything in. This is just a all-out brawl from Kingdom Esports, and that's why they love it so much. There's not a lot of action taken from Absolute Zero. They're just going in, they're just trying their best, and they can't tank the damage that comes out from that Barca and the Irithel, and just seeping into that late game. First Lord of the game will not be contested, because look at where Drinsanity is.
Dr. Insanity.
He's still alive.
Still alive. Activates the Vengeance this time around. Unfortunately, he will go down. FMN comes in with a feather airstrike to try to continue the zone as Kingdom Esports aims to take the Lord for themselves. Absolute Zero, no answer.
Oh, they waited for the right time, so immediately waiting for this wave to build up before the Lord charges in at 10:44. So this is a very, very slow push that Kingdom Esports wants to build up. It's a very smart move. Absolute Zero, all they can do is just pick off. The Iron Hooks are not going to do anything. Look at Nomad 0-6-2. Every single Iron Hook just lands in disaster for himself instead of Kingdom Esports.
Yeah, and feels like Nomad is just, the Iron Hooks is actually a gap closer for Kingdom Esports instead, right? Exactly what the question I threw at you, right?
I do have another question I want to throw at you. The 1-1. Why is it so prioritized? Because it's not doing so well. I mean, this is just absolutely a disaster for a 1-1. There's nowhere that you can run and jump around because, you know, Lawsy builds up a wall.
Yep.
You can't jump over the wall because it's just way too short a distance unless you aim it properly.
Yep. For the airstrike right now, I'm going to answer that question just a little bit more. That's the power of FMM, right? The genius boy himself zoning out, allowing Kingdom Esports to take down mid. Now, to answer the question about the 1-1, 1-1 is just actually powerful, but I think facing up what Kingdom Esports is, they've already prepared a 1-1 answer in the form of Dr. Insanity's Uranus, the Akai, and even Lozy.
It's just too difficult at this point for Absolute Zero to really climb their way back up. There's not a lot of high ground control. It's always very single target, missing the Iron Hook once again as the Lord crashes down on T3 top side. It's Kingdom Esports very passively waiting for an answer, waiting for Lawsy to make that charge. It's Drinsanity way too deep. You got a wall being built up.
Dr. Insanity once again playing with fire. Goes in, the Lord will be dealt with right now. Salas needs to try to jump up into the air, but will not be able to find onto the weakness point. Jusin landing down the damage, and here he goes. Here comes the deadly catch onto Lozy right here, and hopefully Salas will be able to jump onto the air, but the damage coming off of Fake Cutie will be there. Appraiser's Raz jumping in, and Dr. Insanity and Lozy has to lift away. FMN up with the damage, but Nomad gets him busted down. How is Kingdom Esports still alive?
How is Lawsy still alive? He's bursted his immortality. He's still going in. Drinsanity taking a lot of damage. Finally goes down. Feather Airstrike comes up again.
Feather Airstrike going in, but Vendetta will be there. But look at Vendetta just barely taking in FMM. And over the sudden, he gets knocked out for his door. That wall right there. Grant landing down the crossbow right in the middle of his head.
Kingdom Esports taking the charge. T3 down, broken. I think FMM playing that Farsa, creating that space and creating that zone, just having a artillery, having a wall, you're essentially building a castle. And Kingdom Esports is just pushing the limits of what their heroes can do. Jusin?
Yeah. You talk about the castle, the wall is there, the artillery strike is there, you've also got your archer. And you also got a panda.
A panda in a castle. There's the kingdom for you.
Yeah, literally. It's just so tough for the side of Absolute Zero. A lot of pressure on Salas, right? Earlier just now wasn't able to proc any form of crossbow attack. It's going in for the normal attack speed, Demon Hunter Sword, and also the Malefic Guns. But the problem is about this build is that you don't really have a lot of... Your damage is only tickling, especially against Kingdom Esports. But looking at what Kingdom Esports has been packing, they are super techy boys as well.
That's a quick blitz onto the Lord, going to hands of Kingdom Esports, Absolute Zero. No way that they can contest this. I think the only saving grace is that they still have one turret down at the bottom side. I believe that it is way too difficult to climb back up. All of their heroes are single target. There's not enough AoE to be able to clear Yang, clear Lawsy together without dealing with Drinsanity as well. Yeah, so it's just difficult for all of them. What is the win condition? I think if they are able to find Grant and FMM at the same time, they might be able to do it.
And do you think Kingdom Esports is going to allow that?
No,
small little mistake? look at how they're playing, right? Lozy leading the charge right here. Feather airstrike for the side. FMM Fake Cutie jumps all the way to the back line, hopefully to try to do that one. And Yon focusing down bot right there. The Lord is actually pillaging onto the core. Kingdom Esports leading the charge. Fake Cutie right there, trying to hold on as much as possible. But the Lord is just slicing and dicing onto the base of Absolute Zero as Kingdom Esports picks up game number 1.
They build a castle for themselves, but not for defense. They're leading the charge.
Offense.
They're putting wheels on a 4-wall castle and charging through.
I am imagining that in my head right now, and it looks absolutely ridiculous.
As ridiculous as it is, very dominant. Imagine fighting a moving castle. There's no way.
First pick to go up against, squishies. But now you're face up with a ton of tanks, especially like Yon on his Akai, picking up the MVP.
3-0-12 KDA. That's a 15.0 KDA for the side of Yon. Doing a huge amount of work, especially once he gets his farm, once he gets his level 4, he doesn't really care about farming down. He's just protecting the rest of his team and getting that Farsight kills, bringing Grant into the picture and trying to steamroll everyone over.
You talk about steamrolling, right? He literally rolled Fake Cutie from Fake Cutie's turret all the way there. I wish we have a replay of that, and it's going into the highlights.
I think this is Fake Cutie is just...
Welcome to MPL.
Interesting. I know he was just standing there waiting for his stacks to build up and hitting the Appraiser's Wrap, but Yon is just like, okay, I'm going to bounce, pop, and just roll you all the way back. Taking a look at the post-game stats, I would say personal MVP, Lawsy. Every single one of these team fights, Lawsy was there. He was setting up for the rest of his team. He has the highest assists for the Kingdom Esports and the highest, not the highest KDA, but the highest kill participation. We'll see that in a bit. Taking a look at the emblems, not really anything speaks out to me, but the fact that Lawsy as the roam is still higher in terms of gold than Drinsanity when he's doing so much just by opening up that map and giving vision. This is Lawsy's game for sure.
Interesting build. No, interesting emblem coming out of Nomad though. If you notice, that's a supporter emblem. You expect more of a tank.
Nah, it's shields as well as cooldowns and movement speed.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get
speed.
that.
Yeah.
You get that.
You go zoom, zoom, broom, broom, but not fast enough against Lawsy. Because Lawsy, if you notice Absolute Zero, even with Nomad, right, he's Absolute Zero is just playing pure reaction. Kingdom Esports is dictating where they want to fight. I'm going to fight it right here. And don't forget, FMM is just landing artillery strike from afar. And there's nobody from the side of Absolute Zero who can literally go ahead and reach to FMM, right? Because Nomad, it requires you to land the Iron Hooks, but the Iron Hooks go wide, and I'm very sure for the side of Kingdom Esports, they will definitely jump over and more than happy to take the Iron Hook. That's free gap closer for either Dr. Insanity or be it Lawsy.
I think the scariest part about Kingdom Esports is the fact that anywhere can be a big blunder. Like you're just crossing the river at any one point of time. No one opening the bushes. Therein comes Lawsy pushing you to the wall and then just blocking your path home. So Nomad, even though they have a game plan for pulling someone in, they don't really have that damage to follow up. I think it's again back to Flash versus Evil game number 1.
Game number 1. Justin doesn't really have enough damage.
Damage over time versus bursty punches.
Yeah, and usually back then, right, what happens is you would want to go for a Franco.